Welcome to the beauty of being black. Mm. In this series, all we're going to do is just highlight some black Americans throughout history that have exhibited the characteristics that are a part of the beauty of being black. All right. Characteristic that we're going to talk about today is wealth. Mm. A good one. Wealth, revenue generation, right? Wealth normally comes from coming up or developing, creating a product or service that solves some kind of problem for people, right? Makes things easier for people. And then just being smart with the numbers and all that good stuff as well can help you to establish that wealth to generate that revenue that can live on for generations, right? The people we're going to talk about today, once again, are generators of wealth. Most of these people prior to 1900, right? So, and the message, the point behind all of this is for us to be inspired. Whatever group you come from, whatever race you come from, you have incredible people in your history. Don't let these folks trick you into thinking, no. We humans, man, right? I'm a black American. So, we're going to talk about black Americans. In my history of black Americans, you'll hear a lot of uh, misdirection out there, right? When you do a little research, you'll see that, man, these folks, been dominating from the word go. But I get it though. You don't want to inspire. I get that. Cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the inspiring, right? And that's cool with me. First off, let's get right into it. And keep in mind, all this is Googleable. All these people are Googleable. Do your research, right? First off, we have Mary Ellen Pleasant. She expanded the Underground Railroad to the West, right? She described herself as a capitalist back in 1890. She's a professional capitalist back in 1890. This is what she said. She would dress as a domestic worker around people so she could get information out of them. They would overlook her, right? Look at her. She's just another, huh? We overlooking her. Hey. And she's, taking that information, using it to get that bag, right? Why not? Next up, we have O.W. Gurley. O.W. Gurley was one of the founders of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right? And then when I was coming up, I grew up in the Virginia area for the most part. You never heard anything about Oklahoma and its rich history, right? But then again, I was growing up in Virginia and I'd heard nothing about the place I grew up. It wasn't until I was in my mid to late 30s that I understood that the place where Newport News, Virginia, is kind of where I'm from. It wasn't until my mid 30s that I knew that in Newport News, there's black hospitals, black banks, all that stuff, designed by black architects, built by black people, as recent as the late 1950s, right? So, don't let these folks trick you, man. There's a lot of good information out here about whatever group you're from to show you how incredible you are, right? How incredible your people are. Yes, how incredible you are, right? That's the reality of this thing. Next up, we have James Forten. James Forten was born in 1766. He worked as a sail maker, and then when his boss retired, he bought the company from his boss and became one of the biggest sail makers in Philadelphia back then, early 1800s, right? Getting the bag, as they would say, getting that bag. Next up, we have Robert Reed Church, Solvent Savings Bank, Memphis. He was born in 1839. He started his first business in 1860. In 1879, there was an epidemic of yellow fever that kind of ravaged through the community. He took advantage of it. Right? They say the word crisis also means opportunity. Right? There was an epidemic. He took advantage of it. Right? It's back in the 1800s, getting to that bag. All right. Once again, all these people are Googleable. So do the research. Do the research. Even in your local area, research the history a little bit. People have always been incredible. People have always been telling people that they're not incredible also, but people have always been incredible, right? Last but not least, Madam C.J. Walker, right? They try to, I know in school when we were coming up, it was more so like, oh, yes, the hot comb lady. She invented the hot comb. She's also a millionaire, bro, early 1900s. That's how they should have kicked it to me in school, right? Hey, yeah, we got this millionaire lady from the early 1900s. Listen up, guys. I didn't know she was a millionaire until my 30s, right? So this is why we give this information out, because it's the truth and because it's inspiring, right? You're going to hear a lot of voices, a lot of words throughout your life. We often say people, as they are at the current moment, are a manifestation of all the words they've heard up until that point, all the words they've chosen to believe up until that point, right? So we're here with words to hopefully change that, to give you a little bit of truth, that people like you have always been overcoming this stuff, right? Keep that in mind. Once again, Googleable. Do your research, continue learning, continue uncovering, continue discovering reasons, right, that we should each be inspired. There's a lot of reasons to be inspired, huh? It's just a little bit of those reasons to be inspired. The beauty of being black. Hmm? And as always, continue to explore the most fascinating thing about your life. You. All right? Have an incredible day, man. As always, you shouldn't have it any other way. Huh? Thank you.